everybody. Get ready. Get ready to cook. It'll all turn around because all my life I've been waiting for. I've been praying for the people to say that we don't want to fight no more. There'll be no more. I'm Tina, the crazy singing chef. Those of you that lack motivation in the kitchen, man, turn on some tunes. Turn on some tunes and start grooving. Let your hair down. All right. I am here today to try and make your life a little bit less stressful at dinner time. How am I going to do that, you ask? I'm going to tell you about Epicure. Epicure is a company that has been around for about 23 years. They started out in Canada and they've been in the US for a little bit less than 20. And forgive me, I do have notes because I'm still relatively new at this, and I figure if presidents can use teleprompters, this girl can too. Okay, I just don't want to forget anything. But Epicure offers healthy, quick, inexpensive meal solutions, and the end result is a healthy dinner on the table. So this all started with a woman named Sylvie Rochette. And she was a busy mom, worked full time, and had, was tired of trying to find affordable, not even just affordable, but healthy, fast ways to put meals on the table. So she started to design her own, and people liked it. People were like, hey, I want to buy this from you. So she started selling these meal solutions, and 23 years later, here we are. Today I am going to be making we're going to make chicken fajitas. This is our multi-purpose steamer. You're gonna want this. I'm gonna just put this on your list right away because this is what is going to make your life so simple and easy. All of our steamers are made out of 100% food grade silicone. They are microwave safe, oven safe up to 425 degrees. I think 450, but I wouldn't want to push it. So I could be wrong on that number. So let's just say 425 degrees. Microwave, dishwasher, there was one more, freezer. You can put this stuff in the freezer. It's great for all things. And I really like it because it's very easy to clean up. You don't need to use extra liquid when you cook with it, and you definitely don't want to use oil. In fact, any of those spray type of cooking oils is bad news for these. It will actually can ruin them. So, and you don't need it. They're silicone. Everything falls right out. It's awesome. So I am going to start by my goal here is to make a nice healthy meal in 20 minutes or less. That's our motto. Raw to ready in 20 minutes or less, and we make good food real fast. All right, normally I'd start with dessert, but I'm making rice today, and that will take a little bit longer in the steamer. So we're going to start with that. I'm gonna make a sassy salsa rice. Now I shouldn't say normally, the recipe calls for tomatoes, but I will be cooking this rice for my boys. Yes, they're adults, and yes, I still cook for them because that's what I like to do. Anyway, they don't really care for chunks of tomato, so I'm going to use tomato sauce instead. These are our 1 cup bowls. Absolutely love them. They have a nice silicone lid that comes on, so I already pre-measured 1 cup of rice to make life a little bit more simple. We're going to put the cup of rice. And then because they don't like tomatoes, what I did was used 8 ounces of tomato sauce and a cup of water. And we're just going to put that right in with the rice. Bam. And this is where it gets really exciting. We are going to add the Poco Picante seasoning. This is actually, I think this is one of our most popular. It's one of our top 5 for sure. And this spice is absolutely amazing. It's a medium heat to it. Now I gotta tell you, this is the most fabulous measuring spoon you're ever gonna find. I saw it at the party that I went to, and I'm like, oh my God, that right there is enough for me to want to join the group and start selling Epicure. This spoon is freaking fabulous. So what makes it fabulous? Number one, it fits into all of our jars. Look at that. Fits right in. If you had one of those round ones, like I could go digging in this drawer right now to find my big round one, it wouldn't fit in there. So this has your 1 tablespoon, teaspoon, and half teaspoon. I had to look. I never use that size because I like a lot of spices. It is made by our in-house designers so that it does fit in all of our jars. So you're going to take this, and we're just going to put a tablespoon. We're going to sprinkle a tablespoon of our poco picante in there. Set that off to the side, and just going to give it a little whirl. Now when you make rice, what we want to do, you can put this on top. We're actually going to use this later to make our chicken and veggies right on top of the rice. So you're going to make everything in one dish. So that grate goes on top. The steamers, they have holes. We're going to put the holes, you always want the holes facing away from you. I know a lot of people think microwave cooking is sort of gross. At least my son thinks cooking chicken in the microwave is gross. But you know what? Cooking with steam in the microwave holds in more nutrients, and it actually keeps your food, holds the liquid in. I don't like that word, so I'm not going to say that. So I'm going to start this. The rice takes about 16 minutes, and the chicken only takes 6. So what I'm going to do is just get this started. I'm going to put that on for 10 minutes. Do you ever, I'm totally guilty of leaving 5 seconds left on the microwave. It's like I'm trying to take down a bomb. What do you call it? Detonate or not detonate? I don't know. I'm just trying not to make it explode. Let's put it that way. All right, while that is cooking, we're going to make some dessert. What's some chocolate pudding? Chocolate pudding. What's so exciting about that, right? Everybody has chocolate pudding. You can buy one of the popular brands. Well, sure, you could, but the thing about our products is that they are very sugar conscious and sodium conscious. So there's very little sugar in here. In fact, I can tell you that we use organic coconut palm sugar instead of the white sugar because it actually has a lower glycemic index. And one serving of this is 100 calories, depending on what sort of milk you use. Obviously, I have regular old, actually I have whole milk because that's what my son drinks. He just turned 20, but he still lives at home, which is fine with me. So we are going to I'm actually going to add a little twist to this. I'm not going to make just plain old chocolate pudding. This is also made with real cocoa, organic cocoa powder. I would like to add that all of our products are gluten-free. I'm going to go over a whole list of stuff that you are not going to find in Epicure. Now the really nice thing about these bowls also is that they're measuring cups. They have markings for 1/4, 1/2, 3/4, and whole. So we're going to add 2 cups of milk, and I'm going to make this a pudding with a Mexican flair to it. We're going to add a little bit of cinnamon and chipotle. Oh, I wanted to show you how awesome these. I have very limited space, as you can tell. My house is very old and very tiny, so I use my oven a lot as my place to put stuff. Stove, oven, whatever you want to call it. You just have to check this out. So this is our silicone lid. Goes on your jar here. I don't know if you remember, there was a brand back in the day that said you had to burp the lid. I just kind of like to let a little air out. All right, silicone, look at that. Literally you can't shake it off. That's awesome. I love this. All right, I'm gonna start mixing this pudding. While I'm mixing, I'm gonna share with you some of the things on our never ever list. After I put my milk away. Oops, sorry doggy. Does anybody else have dogs that like to lay by your feet? I just realized I'm wearing flip-flops. Oh well, you're not really looking at my feet anyway, are you? I wouldn't want to. As my kids say, I have, or my grandkids, they have ratchet toes. I can't really argue with them actually. So, the pudding, our never ever list. Let me tell you, you are not going to find gluten in any of our products. We're completely gluten-free. You're not going to find artificial colors or flavors. No GMOs. I shouldn't say that. Not all of our products are non-GMO certified, but the majority is. Oh my gosh, I can't even pronounce some of these things. Corn syrup, high fructose corn syrup. You see that? There's a whole list. I'm not going to read the whole thing because I can't even pronounce half of it. Who wants chemicals in their food that they can't pronounce, right? That can't be good. So we're just going to keep whisking away here. I'm going to put a little dash of cinnamon. And our chipotle aioli mix. Did you know, I didn't know this, but aioli is just a fancy name for flavored, I'm only going to use a tiny bit. It's a fancy name for flavored mayo. I thought I was fancy. Yeah, it's just fancy mayo. Anyway, we're going to keep going here. Now, I have pre-cut our chicken and our peppers just to save time while we're doing the video, but you would have plenty of time to cut all this while you're waiting for the chicken. Oh man, this smells really good. It does not smell like your regular, just like regular old store brand pudding. You can really smell that cocoa flavor, not that fake weird sugary kind of stuff. Anyway, we're getting kind of thick here, so I'm going to set that aside. We're going to put that in the fridge. All right, fridge time. That will be good to go by the time we're done. In the meantime, so we got 4 minutes left on that. All right, for our chicken, we are going to take our fajita seasoning. You're gonna find all of these products I've used so far. Well, not the chipotle, but all of these spices are in our Good Mexican meal kit, which is what I am cooking from today. So you're gonna take a tablespoon of the fajita seasoning. Put the lid back on. Now, if I were making this directly in the steamer, I would actually just put the chicken in and kind of shake it up, because why dirty another dish, right? If you can get away with not making too many dirty dishes, that's a bonus. So we're just gonna stir this up, and apparently I have company. Well, not really company. My son is coming home. And it seems our lips here, that's not technically company, right? Okay. With the Good Meal, or the Good Mexican kit, you can get the steamer as part of that kit. And the juicer, which I'm going to show you in a little bit, it's amazing. I use lemons and limes all the time though, just so I can use that juicer. It's like that fun. But with the meal kit, you are going to get the fajita seasoning, the poco picante, the guacamole, which I'm about to show you, the steamer, the press, and also our enchilada packets. Oh my gosh, the enchilada sauce is amazing, and you're going to be able to get all of that for $96.95. If you don't want the steamer and the press, which actually by buying it in the kit saves you $10, you can get just the food for $29.95. Now, something to think about, you can get, when you host a party, you will get at least one half-price item. This is one of the most popular half-price items for hostesses, to get all of this for less than 50 bucks. Can't beat it. So, keep that in mind. All right, we got our chicken all mixed up and seasoned. I got that. I am going to start our guacamole. We have the most amazing guacamole seasoning. Actually, we make this so often, it's not even funny. This, I have to say, this, this avocado is not quite as ripe as the other one. And I didn't try this in time, but did you know that when you have an avocado that's not completely ripe, you can put it in the oven, you wrap it in tin foil and put it in the oven at 200 degrees for 10 minutes at a time until it softens up. Oh, that was pretty cool. Can't wait to try that. So we got our avocado. Now with this salsa, you can doctor it up however you want. You could put some corn in here, you could put black beans, papaya, mango, whatever you like. I'm just gonna mush this up a little bit. Ooh, that one is kind of hard. Probably shouldn't have put that one in there. Oh my goodness. All right, lesson learned. Make sure your avocados are ripe enough. So let me show you this press. This press is amazing. This is our ceramic knife. It's the Pro Chef knife. It is ceramic, so this will be the last knife you ever need to buy. It stays sharp, and it is, I mean, like razor sharp. You got to be careful. The only time you would need to buy a new knife is if you drop this one, because it will break, because it's ceramic. So I'm just going to try to chop up that avocado a little bit. Alright, well, we'll deal with that later. Sometimes stuff happens. Alright, my lime. Where did my lime go? Here it is. So with the guacamole, we are going to use, you can use half a lime, you can use a whole lime. I love lime, so I'm going to use the whole thing. Check this out. So there's a lime, there's also for lemons or gigantic limes, whatever. But you put it in so that the flat side is facing down. Watch how this squeezes. Bam! This is the most exciting part. You ready? Totally squished. No juice left at all. Gone. Used it all up. Alright. We're going to do 2 because you can just never have, you can never have enough lime juice. Okay, we're going to put that aside. Let's take our chicken or our rice out. Okay. Now, I'm only carrying this a short distance, but you can't, you know, you don't necessarily need hot pads, but it's definitely not a bad idea to use them. I'm just kind of a savage that way. I like to live on the edge. All right. You want to make sure you remove the lid away from you. Got our rice cooking down there. I'm just going to take a peek because I can't help it. I need to take a peek. Oh yeah, it's looking good. Now, what's kind of cool about putting the chicken on top is that you're going to get the, like, the dripping from the chicken will go into the rice also, so that'll give it some extra flavor. So we got our chicken. Come on, chicken, get off of there. There we go. And I did cut up 1 whole red pepper. Feel free to use more. I actually probably would have used more, except I only had 1 left in my fridge. And I'm going to put some onion in here, because onion is fabulous. All right, the chicken will take about 6 minutes. Put the lid back on that. I actually think I'm going to put it in for 7. Alright. Well, that didn't go as planned. And we're just going to move this. Kitchen bloopers. Alright, so we're going to do that for 7 minutes. Alright, away we go. I am going to continue swishing away at my salsa here. I'm sorry, not salsa, guacamole. Alright, this is our guacamole mix. Woohoo, there I am. And 2 avocados calls for 2 tablespoons. I mean, look at how full this is. So we have 1, 2, and look at how much is left. This little jar for $9 will last you a long time. So, I will be honest, I do like to make the guacamole a little bit ahead of time. You know, not like maybe 10 minutes at least, so that it sits and gets the, I don't know, the flavors just kind of blend together. Alright. This one avocado really kind of messed me up here. But you get the idea. I'll add the other ones. I think I'll just cut up these hard ones and put it right on my, yeah, that one's kind of hard. So we're not going to worry about that right now. We're going to set that aside so that the flavors can mix together. And then we are going to make, where did I put my other bowl? Oh, it's my bowl. That's all right. Just get another one. All right. I'm going to cut some tomatoes. You can use canned tomatoes and it works just as well, but I prefer to have my food as fresh as it can be. I don't know, it just tastes better. So I bought Roma tomatoes because I feel like those are the easiest for salsas and such. But look at this, it just cuts through like butter. Amazing. How many times have you like went to cut a tomato and it just smushes? You're like, ugh. So, for the sake of this video, I'll probably just cut 2, and because I'm probably the only one that is going to eat tomato, set those aside. Whoop! Throwing stuff around here. Alright. I know one of the other meal dilemmas that people have is coming up with a menu. You know, you run out of ideas, you get into a rut, and we have something called the 30-day meal solution, and what it is 30 days, go figure, of different meals. And the nice thing is that every month it changes. So, you know, every month you're going to get something different. So that right there makes it not get old. And all you have to do, like what we do here, it's just me and my youngest. So what we do before shopping day, we're just kind of flip through of all my meals kind of in a little container, and I meant to bring that out and show you, and I forgot. But we just have our meals and we kind of go through and pick what we want, and then on the back of the package it tells you what ingredients you need, and it's usually only 3 or 4 ingredients at the most. Or we also have a whole guide. If you go on my epicure.com, you will have it will include your shopping list and everything, your menu for the week and shopping list. And really, they've made it so easy. They've taken all the guesswork out. Now, for 2 tomatoes, I'm going to say let's add 2 tablespoons. Oh, look at that. Only a couple minutes left, and we're almost done with this. So we're going to put our 2 tablespoons And because now I do want to mention too, only one carb and 80 milligrams of sodium. That's it. If I had a regular jar of salsa in the fridge, I would pull it out and tell you how much sodium in it, but I don't keep the stuff around because this is where it's at. And not to mention, I can make as much or as little as I want. So I'm gonna mix this up. I mean, how many times have you opened a jar of salsa and it gets pushed back into the the back of the fridge, usually on the top shelf or the very bottom shelf, and you're like, or you're like me, you'll say while you're at the store, man, I could have swore I had salsa. No, I think we used it all. So you buy more, and next thing you know, you have 3 jars of salsa in your fridge. And when you go to get it, they have like some nasty black ring on the top because it's no longer good. Oh, or am I the only one that does that? I may have just revealed something really disgusting. All right, we're gonna do 2 limes because you just can't have enough lime. Now, one thing I will say is that when I started using Epicure, I had to add a little bit of, dare I say it, salt to my food. And I do mean a little. And the reason being, because our products have low or no sodium, we are so used to having all of that junk in our system, or on our taste buds, that it can take a little bit for food to really be flavorful again. I know that sounds really weird, but it's really true. So I've kind of weaned myself off of adding any kind of salt now. It didn't take long. It actually is really nice to be able to enjoy the flavors of your food now. So I'm actually going to make, I should add, I am on a health mission. I'm working on losing weight, and that was one of the things that really attracted me to Epicure, was seeing how healthy their products are. And as you saw, the Never Ever list has, I believe, 500 different things on it that I'm not putting into my body, you're not putting into your body. I was, about a year ago, my blood sugar was through the roof. My blood pressure was pretty high too. Actually, I was like borderline. I shouldn't say through the roof. I was borderline for all of those things. And I thought, geez, I got to do something about this. So I was on a mission to lose weight, and I've done very well. I'm getting close to losing 100 pounds. And one of the things was I was getting kind of sick of, dare I say it, but having just the same old chicken, asparagus, broccoli, it just got a little old after a while. And being that it's just me and sometimes my boys that I'm cooking for, I just got into this rut. I get into the meal ruts too, even though I like to cook. And so when I discovered this, I did some research, and I found that it fit exactly into my eating plan. And the thing with being successful with an eating plan and changing your habits is that it's got to be sustainable, and this is definitely sustainable. You can't get bored with this, and it's just so doggone good. So, a microwave beeped. Oh my gosh, I can smell the peppers. Yum, yum, yum. Okay. Let's see. I think I am going to use my hot pads this time. I'm not going to try to be daring, because when I get daring, bad things happen. All right. Let's bring that steamer over. Now, it doesn't hurt to let the cover, let it sit for a couple minutes. I had it sitting in the microwave, so I'm not real worried about letting it sit too much longer. Also, keep in mind that every microwave is a little different. So some microwaves, it can take a little bit longer than others, but not much. All right, are we getting excited? Ooh, I forgot to mention these, they're actually called the grip and grab. I always call them pinchers. But I want to tell you, these are, have the silicone, the food grade silicone on them. There's a steel core in the middle. And so they're not going to scratch your pans. They're heat resistant. And I'll tell you, I bought a pair from another company. And I'll tell you what, I don't know if it's just me, but when you go to grab these things, what's the first thing you do? You're like, you know, you can't cook without like sitting there, you're waiting, you're like making this motion. So the pinchers or the grabbers, the tongs, whatever you want to call them, that I bought from another company, as I'm sitting here going like this, you pinch them once and this little thing drops and it locks them. I'm like, what the heck? I can't like do my little thing. Just aggravated me. So I don't even use them. So when I saw this, that was the test and I said, sold. I need a pair. All right, I'm just gonna kind of break up our chicken a little bit. Oh my gosh, smells so good. All right, oh, perfect. The chicken is falling apart. I cut it and it's still just falling apart. Oh man, oh man. Okay. All right. I'm gonna show you. Look at that. Is that not amazing? Okay, I'm going to pull off the top, or oh boy, I'm going to scoop out some of this rice so you can just see how good it looks. Here, I'll put some in our little bowl. I don't know, I've always had such a hard time cooking rice perfectly, but look at that. It's not all clumped together, it's perfect. Love it! All right, so what I am going to do for mine, because I don't eat tortillas or rice at the moment, I meant to get this out sooner, I'm going to put mine on a salad with some spinach. Okay, we're going to plate this up so you can see how amazing it looks. Sometimes if you want sour cream on top, one of the things I found is absolutely delicious. I will take, either I'll do it with all Greek yogurt or half Greek yogurt, half sour cream, and add some chipotle seasoning to it. Then you have a really good spicy sour cream with a little kick to it. Ah, so good. You know what? I have just enough lettuce here, or spinach. Ah, heck. It's greens, it's good for you. I'm just gonna throw it all on there. Okay, we're gonna plate this up so you can get a look at it. Whoop. Let me tell you, there are 3 different ways to get Epicure on your table. 1, you can be a customer, which I hope everybody that's viewing tonight, that's your plan, to be a customer. And feel free to reach out to me with any questions that you may have. Or you can host a party. I love having hosts. And you know what? We can do it if you're local. I live in Wisconsin. I'm more than happy to do an in-home demo, and we can also stream it. Or if you're out of state, I love doing the parties online like this. I will do, online is great. Actually, with the, I hate saying the word pandemic, but with that, our sales actually increased by 300%. 300%. If you have a business mind like I do, we need to talk, because that's the 3rd way that you can get Epicure on your table, is by becoming a consultant. If you think you can do this, let me know. Hit me up, because it's funny, hit me up. You can tell I hang around with my kids too much. Because, get this, 99 bucks to start your own business. That's it. And you get all this great, you get the steamer, you get your lemon press, oh my gosh, you get lots of stuff. I'll post it for you. It's just amazing. It's so worth it. All right, so I got my veggies, got it on my plate here. I'm gonna put a dab of guac on here. Oh my gosh. absolutely love salsa and tomatoes, so I'm going to just load this up. And I'm probably going to add another squirt of lime when I'm done here. And maybe even a touch of sour cream and cheese, because doesn't that look good? Oh my gosh. I just really wish you guys could smell this. And there we go, dinner is served. Now, this did take me a little longer because I was talking, but when all was said and done, it took us about 25 minutes to make dinner. We have a good healthy meal on the table. All right, thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to come learn a little bit about Epicure. If you are interested in having a party, let me tell you, I also have an extra $20 for you to spend at your show, in addition to 10 to 15% of party sales. And if you are interested in doing what I do and jumping on this rocket ship while it's still pretty empty, please let me know. I would be happy to get you started and help you out. But that's all I've got for right now. And let's just have a little modest Yahoo take us out here. Thanks for stopping by.